Chances are that most of you are a part of some sort of social network, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or even YouTube. And chances are that a lot of you tend to rate your own worth as well as the worth of others based on the success of your social networking accounts and the lifestyle that they portray. For example, say somebody who is Tumblr famous followed you on Tumblr. You would probably freak out at least a little bit, either internally or externally. When you check out someone's Twitter or Instagram, what is the first thing that you look at? Most likely their follower count. If somebody with thousands of followers were to follow you on Twitter, you would probably feel pretty special. But if somebody with 30 followers were to follow you, probably wouldn't think that much about it. And all of a sudden, just like that, you are basing the worth of others based on their follower count. We've got a problem there. But what I think is an even bigger and more serious problem is when we compare our life with how other people's lives appear on social networking sites. When we look at the content of their profiles and take that as face value of what their lives are like. Have you ever gone on Facebook and been scrolling through your feed or somebody else's profile and all of a sudden just feel this sense of jealousy and inadequacy? I used to have a MySpace when MySpace was cool, and I was in middle school. And I remember going on it, just to see what my peers were up to and seeing, their fun, eventful life and all their pictures together and just feeling totally horrible about myself and about my life and wishing that I was them. Just like that, I would go from being happy and content to feeling low and unsatisfied. But for me, it never went beyond feeling bad for myself for just a little while. I never let it touch my self-worth or skew my view of reality. But for others, it has gone a lot further. Did you know that there have been studies that show that there's actually a depression that is associated with Facebook? While social networking may not be affecting you to that extent, it still can be affecting you in some sort of negative way, where it brings out feelings of jealousy, feelings of inadequacy, this pressure to impress, this pressure to increase your follower count, this pressure, to enhance your physical appearance, and also the pressure to feed into this problem by enhancing your own social networking sites and making your own profiles, look flawless, so that in turn other people will look at it and then feel those same feelings of jealousy and inadequacy, and then it just leads to this big old spiral and cycle downwards. Did that make sense? So obviously the problem here is that social networking causes tons of people all around the world to feel bad for themselves, which we all know is a big no-no in my book. But the other side of the problem is that for a lot of people, social networking is just a show. It's just a big show full of glitz and glam, and you have absolutely no idea what is going on behind the scenes. The problem is that we are attaching our worth to something that is not entirely accurate or sound. With social networking, you get to create your own identity. You control how you want to be portrayed, and obviously, we all want to appear like we all have it together. But the truth is that no one has it all together. But when you post stuff on these sites, you make sure to put your best foot forward, don't you? When you post a selfie online, it's probably because you are looking pretty good that day. When you go to Starbucks, it's time to Instagram and show others that you can afford a $5 cup of coffee. When you go out with friends or do something eventful, chances are you are going to let others know by posting pictures or statuses. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, I do it too. But it becomes a bad thing when we look at what others are posting and assume that that is exactly what their lives are like. If you were to go and look at my social networking profiles, all you would know is that I have an adorable bunny, I love movies, people admire me, I'm super confident, and life is just happy dandy with a cherry on top. But what you wouldn't know is that for the past month, I have been dealing with tons and tons of stress and heartache because I have been taking care of my sister who is mentally handicapped and who is also starting to show signs of mental illness. No one ever tweets, "I'm crying myself to sleep tonight." No, they're only going to show you the good. And I'm not telling you this so that you can feel bad for me. I'm telling you this so that you can see reality. The reality that absolutely nobody's life is perfect and that social networking is a completely inaccurate portrayal of what people's lives are really like. There's only half-truths and smoke and mirrors. People are going to show you what they want you to see. Before I sat down to record this video, I took my hair down, I did my makeup, and I changed my clothes. When in reality, when I'm around my house, I have my hair up with absolutely no makeup and I'm either in sweatpants or pajama pants. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to look good, but when it consumes your whole being and all of your energy, that's when it becomes a problem. There are some people out there who live their lives through social networking. They attach their identity to it and then pour out all of their energy trying to make their profiles look absolutely perfect. And when you look at the stuff they post, when you look at their beautiful pictures, you're probably going to feel bad about yourself and you're probably going to feel a little jealous. When in reality, they are the ones cooped up in their room in front of their laptop posting selfies about themselves, trying their best to look good. Instead of feeling bad for yourself, you should start feeling bad for them, that their lives are so surrounded around social networking and how other people view them. Now, I love the power of social networking and I think that it's amazing. I am not saying that social networking is the problem here. The problem here is not you posting the wonderful happenings of your life online. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem here is you comparing your life to all the perfectness that you see on people's profiles. The problem is you giving credibility and authority to those profiles. Find your worth in more credible sources, and I promise that you will be happy because you will be able to see the truth of how amazing you really are. And you will see the reality that absolutely nobody's life is perfect. And that though life does have its ups and downs, regardless of all of that, you are still you are still an amazing person, and you still have tons of potential. Maybe modify the amount of time that you spend on social networking sites if you do find that it is having a negative impact on your life. Me, I like to moderate the amount of time that I spend on social networking sites by only going on my phone rather than my laptop, because I know that if I go on my laptop, I'm more likely to spend more time on there. And then if I go on my phone, then I'm more concerned with the notification. And I'm not going to be wasting a lot of time, scrolling through what everybody's posting. I think that's one of the keys to life: moderation. Social networking is good in moderation. Cookies are great in moderation. Pizza, oh shoot, never mind. Pizza's good all the time. I could really go for some pizza right now. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you at all, please give it a thumbs up. And speaking of social networking, feel free to connect with me on any of these sites. Facebook would be best if you want to talk. Twitter would be best if you want to hear me talk to myself, and Instagram would be best if you're interested in seeing how cute my bunny rabbit is. I've already gotten to know a few of you through social networking, and that is pretty cool. So yeah, feel free to hit me up on any of those and just go out and go get some fresh air and enjoy life. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!